What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And today's video, I'm going to be talking about my most anticipated movies of 2024. I didn't do this last year. I normally tend to do these videos, but for some reason I didn't do one last year, and the thought of doing one this year kind of went over my head. So even though we're already in like the third week of January, or second week in January, whatever week we're on, I lose track of time easily. We're already halfway through January, but I still wanted to make this type of video. 2024 looks like it could be a pretty good year for movies. Hopefully it's very good. I've got a list right here, so I'm going to be looking down throughout this video quite a bit. Keep in mind also that even though I have a list of movies right here, there's probably more coming out that either haven't been announced yet or ones that just went over my head. Like, let's say I see a movie and I'm like, I don't really want to see that, and then a trailer comes out and I'm like, okay, that looks really good. You know, there's always movies every year that do that, and these are in no particular order. I literally just went on IMDb, researched 2024 movies, and just picked the ones that sounded like I really wanted to check out. So without further ado, let's talk about some of my most anticipated movies of 2024, starting with Deadpool 3. I mean, do I even need to say anything else about this movie? Deadpool 3, just... yes, I don't need to say anything else besides just the title of the movie. I loved the first two Deadpool movies. Those are both two of my favorite comic book movies of all time. And the fact that Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine and it isn't going to interfere with the ending of Logan, which a lot of people were concerned about, myself included, but they've said that they're not going to be doing that. So that's great. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully we get some sort of trailer or something real soon. I don't know when the movie's coming out. I want to say... maybe closer to summertime or springtime it might be coming out, so hopefully we get some sort of sneak preview or trailers pretty soon. But yeah, Deadpool 3, I can't wait. Next I'm really looking forward to is Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. I've enjoyed basically every Mad Max movie. Beyond Thunderdome's not that great, but I still enjoy it for the most part. And then the first one and Road Warrior are classics, and then Mad Max Fury Road is just a monstrous epic of action. So it's safe to say I have high hopes for Furiosa Mad Max Saga, and George Miller is coming back to direct it. The trailers look incredible. Anya Taylor-Joy is one of the best actresses working today. I mean, this has all the signs of another great action movie in this franchise, and action movie in general. Hopefully it delivers. Like I said, the trailers look great. I love the Furiosa character from Fury Road, so I expect nothing more than fantastic for this movie. Next is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I loved all three movies in the prequel trilogy. It's the best prequel trilogy out there, in my opinion. Sure, Matt Reeves isn't involved with them anymore, but I don't think that they would make another Apes movie in that type of prequel world if there wasn't a good idea, because War for the Planet of the Apes ended perfectly, in my opinion. It was a good ending, but I knew that there were going to be more Apes movies eventually, and so far the previews have been looking pretty good. I'm hoping it's good. They're, like I said, all three of the prequel movies were all great. Besides that, the other Planet of the Apes movies are hit and miss. So hopefully they keep up that momentum, because like I said, the previews have been looking really good for it. Joker 2 is my next one. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that full title. I'm just going to call it Joker 2 for right now. Yeah, the first Joker movie was phenomenal. It's one of my favorite, very similar to the Deadpool movies. Joker has turned into one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. It's a very unique comic book movie, and Joaquin Phoenix is turned into my favorite Joker, and I have hopes for this movie because I don't think that they would sign on to do a sequel if they didn't have a good idea set up, especially Joaquin Phoenix. I don't think Joaquin Phoenix has done sequels to any of his movies. I could be wrong, but he doesn't seem like the type of actor to do a sequel to one of his movies. And the fact that he's coming back, and the fact that Lady Gaga is going to play Harley Quinn, which I'm really, really excited about. This sounds pretty cool, and I'm really excited to see it, obviously. I know some people are concerned about the fact that it's going to have musical elements in it. That doesn't bother me. Honestly, that really doesn't bother me. I really want to see a continuation now that they've announced it. And again, hopefully we see trailers pretty soon. I'm very, very curious about it. A Quiet Place Day 1. Both the Quiet Place movies are great. I mean, I didn't expect the second one to be as good as it was. I put the second one on par with the first one, and the first one's phenomenal. So with this one, I think this one's being directed by someone else. I don't think John Krasinski's directing this one, but he is involved with the movie. I'm pretty sure he's involved with the movie. So I feel like it's in good hands with another director as long as Krasinski's involved with it, and he like makes sure that it doesn't interfere with what he's doing with A Quiet Place 3. But I'm really excited and interested to see the first day of how this whole thing with the Quiet Place movie started. Gladiator 2. I'm not gonna lie, I'm more curious than excited for Gladiator 2. Gladiator is a movie that I never thought we'd ever get a sequel to, but yet here we are, Ridley Scott's making a sequel. And just hearing some of the cast members, just look up the cast that's already involved with the movie. It sounds like they're going for that big epic scale that the first one did, rightfully so. I mean, the first one's a big epic gladiator movie. I would expect nothing less from it. But like I said, I'm more curious than excited. I mean, the movie could be bad for all I know, but I'll still be seeing it in theaters because it does have my interest. Bob Marley, One Love is another one that I'm more curious about than excited for. I enjoy Bob Marley's music, but I think I'm mainly excited for it because musical biopics have become like, they've gotten like sort of a resurgence over the last handful of years with Bohemian Rhapsody, Rocket Man. There was another one and I just forgot it. Elvis. Oh my God. I completely forgot. I blanked on it. I do apologize. My point is musmusical biopics have become more popular over the last handful of years. So Bob Marley, One Love could be another one that could become a modern classic. I'm not sure. The trailers look really cool. It looks very stylistic. The guy who's playing Bob Marley seems like he is fit for the role. So like I said, I'm more curious than excited, but I will be seeing it in theaters. Madam Web, I put on here because it's a comic book movie. I love comic book movies, but I'm skeptical about Madam Web. Also with Craven, because with Sony's Spider-Man universe, they've been pretty bad. They've been pretty bad. I really don't like any of the movies that they've been setting up for the Spider-Man universe. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, Morbius, they've all sucked in my opinion. The Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie is not a fan of those either, so I really want Sony to make a good Spider-Man movie or Spider-Man universe movie without the help of Marvel. And I don't count obviously the Tom Holland movies because those are in association with Marvel, but just the standalone Sony movies have been really bad. But Madam Web looks kind of promising, yet I said that about Morbius and here we are. So I don't know, I just put it on my list because I'm really hoping it's good. The trailers look like it could be alright, but it could suck for all I know. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, I really enjoyed the first two. I'm surprised that the first two were actually as good as they were, so of course I'm going to put Sonic the Hedgehog 3 on the list. That's got some ways to go. I think that's coming out in December of this year, so we got some ways to go before that one. Beetlejuice 2, again, more curious about than excited, but with Tim Burton coming back, Michael Keaton coming back, Jenna Ortega. My God, I love Jenna Ortega, and she's in the movie. Everyone that seems involved with it so far, it's like, okay, this sounds like it could be really good. And we haven't seen any previews or anything yet, so I'm hoping it would be a stylistically beautiful looking movie. We'll just have to wait and see. Nosferatu. This is a remake that I am just excited to see ever since I found out Robert Eggers is involved with it. I don't want to know anything else besides that alone. So I'm just going to move on to the next one. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully it's a great remake, just like The Invisible Man from Universal was a great remake. Bad Boys 4, again, I'm really excited for this. I really liked Bad Boys 3. I enjoyed the first Bad Boys movie, but I really didn't like the second one. The third one, however, I was like, okay, this is great. This is entertaining as hell. This is what happens when you give a decent director the Bad Boys films. I know I talk shit about Michael Bay a lot, but he directed the first one fine, but he really didn't do a good job with the second one. The third one was directed by someone else, and it's the best one in the series, in my opinion. So hopefully they keep up that momentum with Bad Boys 4. I'm excited to see that. Next is Maxine. Don't really know anything about this one, I'm just excited to see this because I really, really liked X and I really, really liked Pearl. And when they showed that end credit scene of Maxine at the end of Pearl, I was like, yes, give me more of this. I'm loving what A24 and what Ty West are doing with this. And apparently it's going to end with Maxine. So, cool. All right, a solid trilogy right here if they stick the landing with Maxine. Very similar to Deadpool 3, Dune Part 2. Do I need to say anything more? The first Dune movie was epic, was phenomenal, was epic, was everything I hoped it would be and more. It was supposed to come out last year, but it didn't. However, it's coming out early this year, so I don't have much longer to wait. All the trailers just look like it's going to deliver on this epic story. I need to rewatch the first one before the second one comes out. But man, I am just... give me it now. I really want to see Dune Part 2. Oh my god. I have a lot of movies, as you can tell. I just mixed Deadpool and Dune. The last few, I got Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I was surprised on the last Ghostbusters movie, Afterlife. It really stuck the landing for me, and it was, in my opinion, a proper legacy sequel. So the trailers are pretty good. I wouldn't say they're great, but I'm excited to see it solely on the fact that I really liked what they did with Ghostbusters Afterlife. I really like the characters that they set up, this new Ghostbusters world that they're setting up. So as long as they keep making them as good as the last one was, I will definitely be there. The Roadhouse remake, I really don't know how this one's gonna go. It's a remake of Roadhouse, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. But Jake Gyllenhaal is my favorite actor working today, and seeing that footage of him with the MMA fighting, it's just like, okay, he's really getting into this role. So at the very least, if the movie's bad, he's not going to be bad in it. He's probably going to be the best part of it. So that alone, I'm just like, sure, let's check it out. And the last one on my list is Twisters. Again, similar to a few other ones on here, I'm more curious and excited about. Twister was one of those movies that I watched with my parents a lot as a kid growing up. And it was just one of those disposable disaster action movies from the 90s. And with this movie, it's like it's not a sequel, but it is. It's not a reboot or remake, but it is. They don't know what this movie is, apparently, and neither do we, but I'm curious. I'm very curious about it. I'm hoping it's good. If it captures any of the fun that the first one had, then it's going to be fine in my books. So that is it, guys. That is all I wrote down of some of my some of my most anticipated movies coming out in 2024. Like I said, there's probably going to be more that haven't been announced yet, or that I haven't seen any like previews of, and I'm just like, wow, that looks great. I actually do really want to see that. We'll see how it goes, but like I said, just by those movies alone, it looks like if most of those are good, then 2024 could end up being a pretty good year for movies. So that's my list, guys. Just like always, let me know in the comment section your most anticipated movies of this year, and which ones are you not looking forward to? I don't want to do a list of movies that I'm not looking forward to, but I'm curious what you guys think. What are your ones you're looking forward to the most? What are the ones you're not looking forward to the most? Whatever your thoughts on everything is, let me know in the comment section. And just like always, guys, thank you again as always for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and share it. Subscribe right here if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, take care.